What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with 420 Gamer TV, bringing you a quick gameplay of Friday the 13th. And this one, we'll be pretty much talking about the honey pot and what to look for exactly. And some people, they don't exactly know what honey pot really means. Well, a honey pot, okay, is where a woman uses her body, such as her vagina, her boobs, her looks, looking pretty, her honey pot, to get what she wants out of you, but here's the trick. You get nothing out of it. Now, how do you know you get nothing out of it other than them spending time with you, being around you and maybe talking to you? But it won't ever, 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 and I mean ever, go beyond that. Because guaranteed, she has a dude on the side who she's actually dating, who's perfectly okay with what she's doing because he's getting shit out of it too. Such as him not having to take care of his girl. Which, I find amazing in this day and age, considering back in the day when I was growing up, I was told that the man takes care of his woman. If a man wants to keep his woman, he takes care of her. He does what he needs to do to keep her happy. Nowadays, fuck, a woman will stay with a piece of shit dude, go off, use her honeypot to go get what the fuck she wants, whether it be money, weed, food, fucking their shit getting paid, such as their bills and whatnot getting paid, which also that's like a sugar daddy, sugar baby kind of like thing. And that's what you will become if you actually continuously go down that road. If you continuously go down that road, that's what it's going to be. You're going to become a sugar daddy or a sugar mom, sugar mama, something like that. Which there ain't very many of those. But, it's just massively annoying for women to actually do that to men. And put it this way, guys. They go after one string of dudes, okay? And the string of dudes that they go after are the nice guys. So if you're one of those dudes who, has no problem doing something for somebody and everything else, there's nothing wrong with that. But do keep your eyes open onto what's going on, okay? Don't let your feelings for a girl, even if you're deeply in love with this girl, if, there's nothing going on in between you two, you should not be buying her shit. Period. Especially if you know that she has a boyfriend or has an ex-boyfriend or whatever be the circumstances to the point. You sit there and you tell that woman, you're like, you know what? If he's the one that you're talking to, if he's the one you want to be with, he needs to get off his lazy ass and get a fucking job. Or he needs to get off his ass and go fucking buy you shit. He needs to start doing this shit. I shouldn't do shit. The other guy shouldn't do shit. This person should do shit. No, he should be doing the shit. And, it's horrible. Quite literally oh shit, I think I actually found a match. And I mean, I really do feel sorry for those guys who fall for that. And I'm one of those nice guys to the point where I've actually, done that. I've actually helped female friends of mine out, and I did things for them, and then they turned around and, decided to go off with their supposed ex-boyfriends, or go off and, pretty much go and do shit that they shouldn't go do, but they did it anyways. Because they got what they wanted out of me, and because they got what they wanted out of me, I was irrelevant, so they disappeared. Put it this way, that was also my relationships I was with. And, that's where I decided to start doing all this advice for people is like, you guys cannot, quite literally cannot let a woman walk all over you. You may care about her, you may want something specifically from her too, such as, to get the pussy, to get a relationship, but at the same time, you gotta remember is the only time you should be buying or doing anything for a woman is if you already have in mind that she wants to date you or be with you in some way, shape, or form. If she's a friend and she needs help, if, she's a friend and she needs help and she don't have family in that, immediate vicinity, maybe because she moved to a whole new city or some shit, her boyfriend, her friends, other than you, female friends. You know, they should be the one helping. You, as a single dude, you as a dude who should be focusing on your life and finding a woman, because put it this way, if you're paying for a woman, you can't find a woman because you're already paying for one. See what I mean? So you seriously can't, you have to think about that. You have to think, is like, you know, you putting this money forth for this person is going to screw you over, mainly because the fact of the matter is that you're paying for a whole nother person. And, you know, if you try to take someone out, and, you know, let's say they hear about it, and or before you even take someone out, they hear about it because, you know, maybe you live in a small town or some shit, and they go, oh well, I heard you pay for such and such's bills, or you do this for such and you do that for such, and you know, they it's like, what the fuck, and they go, well, it seems like you're dating her, or if that's the circumstance, you're gonna be a very lonely motherfucker, and that's gonna suck. Trust and believe me, that shit ain't no fun. And, you know, women will use their honeypot to get roughly almost anything they want, whether it be to get out of a ticket, to, you know, get shit from dudes, whether it be paying the bill, whether it be fucking buying them some fucking specific shit, driving them fucking places, you know, picking up their kids, watching their kids, fucking, you know, God knows what. They will ask you to do fucking anything, and they'll give you like a little like, ooh, look at me like thing, and then bam, you're in, you're doing it, and then they're off having fun with their boyfriend, their girlfriends, or whatever. They're off having fun while you are all alone doing something nice for them. You know what I mean? And or, you know, let's say you're this dude who just took a friend out, you know, shopping, and, you know, you got her a whole bunch of stuff, and as soon as you did, she was off and out, and she was with her fucking supposed ex-boyfriend. Well, that's fucking sucks. That's gonna make you feel wonderful, especially when she knows how you feel. Like, if you're like me, and you decide to share your feelings with someone, and they decide to walk all over them and not give two flying fucks, but yet give you, like, these, like, weird, like, if there's any ladies watching this still, because, you know, if you are, I give you a thumbs up for, like, you know, sticking up with it, because I'm pretty sure most of y'all are pissed off. But if you're still watching this, ladies, here's a word of advice, okay? If you don't want to piss off dudes, or if you don't want to lose dudes as friends and shit like that, be cold-hearted fucking honest with them. If you seriously have no interest in being with that guy, you better fucking tell him. Don't sit there and beat around the bush and go, oh, well, you know, like, here's something. Primarily, because I've heard this one before. Oh, well, you know, I like you and I want to, but I just don't want to ruin a good thing. That right there is the woman telling you that she don't want to either lose the friend or lose the help that she's getting, because maybe she might fuck up by going with someone else or being with someone else, such as going with her ex, because that's usually the thing. And, you know, well, fuck that noise. And the thing is, if you ever heard of the saying, like, nice guys finish last, fellas, that's quite legitimately true. If you're a nice dude, you ain't gonna get no play. Women don't like nice dudes. They say they do. They'll sit there and say to your face that they do. But, at the same time, if you can go, oh, well, why wouldn't you date me? They won't say shit, other than try to change the subject, avoid the subject, and or answer your question in with, like, another kind of question, and or kind of, like, just shrug it off, like, you know, like, here's something, like, let's say you sat there, you told the girl that you liked him, and they gave you that whole spiel of, well, you know, I don't want to ruin a good thing, or, you know, I'm scared, or I'm nervous, or I'm shy, or yada yada yada. You know, they'll give you a sling of random shit. Well, I can't say random, but they will choose something that they're really comfortable in, that they usually will say a lot. But they'll sit there and they'll say, well, yeah, but I don't want to because of this, and they'll give you a reason. And it'll seem like a good reason. But then at the same time, you'll sit there and, they'll be either doing all this other stuff, they're still hooking up. You know, as dudes, you can't let a woman just sit there and walk the fuck all over you. Walk the fuck away. They may have the power of the pussy, but you know what? For them to get pleasure, they need us too. Easy as that. I mean, us guys, we have toys too. We have like a fucking, we have the pocket pussy and shit like that too, to the point where, hey, guess what? Y'all have dildos? We have that now. It's like, shit. We don't need women nowadays. Other than for companionship, and that ain't even worth it anymore nowadays, because they don't want that. No. They want to they want to either be hooking up, or be companions with someone who's going to just ignore them and treat them like complete and total donkey shit. And you ladies can deny it all you want. You actually like it. You like it when a guy ignores you. You like it when a guy shows a little disinterest in you. Because it makes you want to go like, oh, what do I need to do to keep him interested? If you're with a good guy, you don't have to do that. All you have to do is just do things in general, and they'll be fucking interested in you. But no, you ladies would rather be with some, like, ghetto, low-life, fucking podunk, lazy motherfucker who would actually rather, do absolutely nothing with his life, other than, he may have a job, but at the same time, that don't mean he is completely and totally grown the fuck up. I mean, I just don't understand where you women are perfectly fine being mistreated, but yet you'll sit there and bitch about it. If you're going to sit there and complain about the dude that you're with, or the dude that you were with, why in the fuck do you have anything to do with him at all? Because me, in general, over all the relationships I've had, and all the times that I've broken up, and everything else, as I recall, I completely stopped talking to every single one of those evil fucking bitches because they were just mean as fucking shit, and there's literally no point in having anything to do with them. Talking to them just made me feel like shit because they were fucking mean, and or they tried to drudge up the past, or like tried to make it seem like they cared, and then did the same old bullshit again. I mean, a piece of shit woman's just like a piece of shit man. They mistreat you and they treat you like shit. So it's like, why is it you women will like literally sit there and actually enjoy it from a dude? But yet, you'll sit there and you'll tell your good guy friends that, oh, I wish I could find someone like you. It's like, bitch, I'm right here. I mean, like, shit. I wouldn't be a good guy if I decided to whip my dick out and say, hey, look, suck it. No. Matter of fact, that would make me the complete total opposite. But that's just it, guys. You have to be willing to be an asshole piece of shit who's willing to ruin a relationship kind of like thing to get a girl. And you ladies will deny it. You'll say, no, no, no. I mean, even my roommate denies it. But the fact of the matter is, you ladies enjoy one fucking thing the most out of everything, period. And that's being ignored by a man. You fucking, for some odd reason, quite enjoy it. You enjoy to, have to wonder why the guy is not paying attention to you as much. And then you sit there and go into your, like, fucking sleuth mode and start doing a whole lot of shit to get them to pay attention to you. When, that's a completely and total waste of your time when you can actually do that very thing with a good guy who won't sit there and mistreat you, or, you won't have to think that he's cheating, and he won't think you're cheating. You'll actually be two people who are fucking happy. But people, mainly you women, strive off of drama and bullshit. Now, lots of you will think that I'm coming off as like, like pissed off generally at women. Well, I kind of am, considering the fact I'm a single father, and uh, the mother of my son gets to pretty much sleep the fuck around and find people left and right to date her, and I can't find one single woman who wants to date me because, for the one exact reason, is that I'm a single fucking father, and I don't think I'm gonna bother looking for a game because I don't think it's gonna fucking work. I think it's being a dick today, but you know, being the single father. Because I mean, and I'm saying this for single fathers, because for women general, it don't matter if you're a fucking single mom or just single in general as a woman. Life is easy for you. You can find dates, you can get dates, all that kind of shit. Unless you're one of those awkward, ugly girls, much like the awkward, ugly guys. But the thing is, you know, us guys, you women don't approach us. You won't come up to us in the bar or, in the grocery store or anything like that and, introduce yourselves. Yeah, I mean, you won't say shit. You won't do shit. You don't initialize anything. That's all up to us. But at the same time, for, single dads who the only time they can get out, which is to go to work or to go to the grocery store. And then, like with me and my circumstances, when I go to the grocery store, I have to get there and go back as soon as possible because it's not like I have someone who can actually sit there with my son like the entire time. I mean, by the time I usually get off of work, it's pretty fucking late in the evening unless I get out of work before 3 o'clock. But even then, 3:30 rolls around, I have to get ready to wait for Noah's bus. After that, he gets off the bus around 3:50. After that point in time, after 3:50, I'm at the house by myself with my son. My grandma gets ready to lay down around like fucking no, she gets ready to go to bed around 7. Starts eats dinner around 5. Starts to relax and lay down at 6. I have nothing to no way of doing anything or going out anywhere. I mean, if I go to the grocery store, I either have to do it while I'm at work and or right after work, right before I go home. And then at that point in time, I'm sitting there scrambling, rushing, just so that I can make it home in time. So, for single parents, like me, generally single fathers, it's physically impossible for us to meet anybody. Technically, at least I feel like I'm literally on an island and I can see all these other islands dotted in the distance, and all these other islands dotted in the distance with their nice little bonfires and shit, are all the couples that I get to see. They're all nice and happy, which sucks. But at the same time, you're sitting there going like, hey, you know what? At least me, I go, at least someone's happy, And the thing of it all is that being the single parent, especially the single father, really, really, really blows, and it's extremely depressing when, you're a really good guy. You don't cheat, you don't lie, you don't sit there and, keep secrets and everything else from your spouse. You know, anything that's ever happened, I've always told my spouse, period, about everything. Any woman that's ever hit on me, I let them know, which never happens. I mean, the only women that's ever hit on me were cam girls because they wanted me to go to their cam site and shit. So I don't count that. They just wanted money from me. It's like, the women who do the honeypot shit. The honeypot people, all they want, literally, is your money and your effort, but yet you get nothing. Quite literally, you will get zero out of it. They'll sit there and say, oh, you're a good friend, and yada, 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 but deep down, you want to be more than that, and that's why you're doing most of what you're doing. And they know that's why you're doing it. But they don't give a fuck. Because they're getting what they want. And as long as they get what they want, they're happy. And a part of them knows that eventually down the road it will end, and shit will hit the fan to the point to where maybe you guys won't be friends no more, or something will happen to the point to where they're gonna have to look for someone else to take the priority of what you were doing for them. And trust and believe me, it really does suck. That's why, if you are a single person in general and you don't have a kid, enjoy your life and don't have kids too early. And if you do have kids, make sure that you're having kids with someone that you're actually going to be with. Because raising a kid by yourself is not only stressful, but it's every negative feeling you can ever imagine all rolled up in one ball that you have to swallow on a daily basis. Like, I'm not shitting you. I wake up every single day completely and totally miserable, depressed, feeling like shit, like just wondering what the fuck is wrong with me. Am I like am I some ugly stinky ass turd or some shit? Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? To the point to where, one, my ex Stacy left me, but not only that, my ex Isa left me, but not only did she leave me, she won't leave me the fuck alone. Well, now that I finally blocked her off of one for last pages, but I truly don't think she's gonna create another one. I hope she doesn't. But the fact of the matter is that, they both left me, and they both, told me the same shit that, oh, hey, I'm never going to find anybody. The way I am is, too damaged or whatever, even though I've never really done anything to either of them. They both started talking to each other. Like, both of them became friends, so it's like, yeah, go figure, you two are talking, and now you're talking shit about me to each other, and now you're talking shit to me. And for a while, I was getting shit from both of them at the same time. Like, I was getting shit during the day from my son's mom, and then shit at night from her. So it was like, fuck that. And then my son's mom started getting along with me after I finally told her that, yeah, me and her aren't together no more. So I guess she was perceiving it to everybody else that we were still together, even though we weren't. And it was like, wow, what the fuck? And my ex Isa has proceeded to threaten me in multiple different ways to try to get me to take her back, such as threaten to kill herself, threaten to go off to like Saudi Arabia, threaten to go be a bar girl, go be a entertainer and shit like that. It's like, that right there ain't gonna get me to want to be with you or take you back in any way, shape, or form. Matter of fact, actually, that makes me just really fucking irritated because you're trying to make me feel like shit on purpose. You think that if you make me feel like shit enough, I'm gonna take you back. And then I'm gonna have to sit there and grovel at your feet and say, I'm sorry for making you feel that way. Fuck that. I may be 27, but at the same time, I've been around the fucking bend with relationships to the point to where I've had every fucked up relationship and I've been treated in every single fucking way, shape, or form other than good. And that's where I decided to say, fuck it, I give up. I mean, quite literally, I give up looking for a relationship. I'm not gonna find one because you ladies, all you care about is hooking up now. And apparently the fact that, if you actually did want to have kids, you don't want to have kids with someone who has a handicapped kid. So, that's also a good one, too. That's a lovely thing to hear from, a grown-ass woman. But, shit like that's where I, after the last few days of dealing with my ex lying to me about, finally helping out, my other ex, not leaving me the fuck alone and trying to guilt trip me 24/7, her and her family, and dealing with all these random women, saying some really like fucked up shit to me, and or some of them, like, I can't say all, just mainly one. It was that one lady, and then just the rest of it has just been like just really rude shot downs, like, oh, you're a father? Oh, that's so boring. Like, literally. That was told to me by like a 22-year-old, which, hey, whatever. It's like, sorry if I can't go out and stay the fuck out all night long. Job and father. Both very fucking important. Way more important than going out to a club or party or bar and drinking all night. Personally, I don't even like drinking. Well, I can't say that. I've actually started drinking recently, and I definitely do plan on getting extremely shit-faced on New Year's. Yeah, I may be by myself, but, hey, fuck it, whatever. It could be anything else new. But, hey, fuck it, right? But I'll probably be doing a special drunk, stoned fucking stream doing my ass. Be aware and keep an eye out for the honeypot guys. Like, they will play it on you and they will, drudge it out for as long as possible. For as long as they can, they will work you and work you and work you and get what they can out of you. And, trust me, it doesn't take very long to see it, because, it just recently happened to me. Kind of why I'm in the mood I'm in. A girl who knew I liked her, who quite literally last night we were talking about how, about each other's feelings and shit, and if anything were to happen, we'd want to keep it on the down low, just at least for right now. And we went out, we went shopping, we hung out. I did certain things for her to help her out because one, her birthday's coming up, and two, people have kind of been shitty towards her recently. And of course, she does the typical girl thing, and she runs back to her ex. She sat there and told me she was going to go hang out with her father. Actually, no. She didn't go to go hang out with her father. She went to go hang out with her ex. And I know this because of Facebook. Gotta love Facebook. But hey, you know what? Whatever. Can never expect really a woman to tell you a full truth, but at the same time, not all women are liars. So you can't be like, oh, all women are evil, all women are liars. No, they're not. But at the same time, I've come to the point to where I can look at somebody and see exactly, what they're actually saying. Even though, they might be telling something to me, to my face, that's a complete and total fucking lie. And I can go, right, cool. Generally when I'm in that mood, I know you're lying to me and I don't give a flying fuck anymore and I'm not even going to listen to you. And I've been in that mood pretty much for quite some time now. And it fucking sucks, personally. But, I do wish her the best. I've given her advice on her ex, and I've told her that, he is going to treat her the same exact way that he's always treated her. But she obviously don't want to listen. So, hey. And I'm not going to sit there and waste my time wanting somebody who didn't go want me back. Which, actually, I can't even say waste my time. It's more of it's obvious that, what she's doing. It's obvious that, she's just holding off to see if he actually decides to get his shit together, which he more than likely won't. But it's her choice to waste her time to wait for him, when she can actually be with someone who will actually treat her right. I even told her that too. I was like, I'll treat you right, girl. You have no clue. I'd be good to you. But, hey. And she even was like, yeah, I know, but, I don't want to ruin anything. It's like, yeah, I know what you mean. You just don't want to, ruin someone to talk to, or, someone, who's been actually helping you out, unlike your family and your supposed friends and your boyfriend. It's like, that dude hadn't done one thing for you, but hey, what the fuck ever, right? But just always be aware, and all it takes is one time for them to fuck you over, literally. Don't let them continuously do it. If you catch them at least once, going back on certain shit that they say that they're not going to do or whatever, that definitely I wouldn't say cut all ties and not be friends with them no more, because that's kind of stupid and fucked up. But at the same time, just get wise and go, yeah, you know what, I know what you're doing, and I'm not gonna bother no more. That's the one you want, or this is what you want, so go after it, go do that. Me personally, that's not my path. That's not the way I'm going. I'm going this way. you know, you could say at some point in time, go, hey, if you want to hop on my path at some point in time, you know, you can. But at the same time, don't do that. Because then you're wasting your time waiting for them to get their shit together while they're waiting for that person to get their shit together. That's not fair to you. Fuck that noise. When you're single and you have no one else to worry about other than yourself, worry about yourself. The only time you should ever, ever, ever worry about anyone else other than, you know, direct family members who actually, you know, give you the same feelings is your kids or your spouse. And only if your spouse, in general, treats you the exact same way. Because if they don't, kick them to the fucking curb. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Why waste your time? And why waste time sitting there, you know, being unhappy? Fuck that shit. That ain't cool. So that they can be happy? So they can get what they want? But what about you? What do you want? Don't you get what you want? No? Get out. But anyways, I think I'm going to call it a video. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope everyone has a great night, great day, great evening, all that great shit. You know exactly what I mean. Catch me for the next one. Sorry, guys.